हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल ई गुरुकुल। अब आज हम बात करेंगे अबाउट ऑपरेशन मैनेजमेंट। नाउ इफ यू लुक एट ऑपरेशन मैनेजमेंट एंड स्ट्रेटेजिक मैनेजमेंट इज वन ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट at CMA Inter level. Operation management comes for 70 marks and this strategic management comes for near about 30 marks. So I will focus on only 70 marks today, and we will talk about how this whole thing will work out. How can you plan to score maximum marks in this subject of operation management and strategic management? OMSM में आप कितना स्कोर कर सकते हो? What is your expectation or what is your target? Now ideally your target should be somewhere minimum 60 plus. That is the minimalistic approach you should have for this subject. 60 plus should be the minimum target. I have got students who have scored 59, I have got students who have scored 55, I have got students who have scored 45. At the same time I have got students who have scored 72, 74, 84, and 96 was the highest that students have scored in this subject in the past, in this subject. Overall 96 in OM plus SM. So technically I will say she must have scored almost 70 out of 70 in OM, and in SM being theoretical she might have scored near about 26 out of 30. So 96 if she can score, even it is possible for you to score somewhere between 70 to 80 marks. So we'll keep a target of, let us say 65 to 75 is the moderate target, एक मॉडलिस्टिक अप्रोच होगा. तो हम आज बात करेंगे कि हाउ कैन आई स्कोर 65 to 75 मार्क्स इन ऑपरेशन मैनेजमेंट. बट आई विल टॉक ओनली अबाउट ऑपरेशन मैनेजमेंट टुडे. ऑन स्ट्रेटेजिक मैनेजमेंट विल टॉक ऑन सम अदर डे. नाउ इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द ओवरऑल चैप्टर्स, आई थिंक चैप्टर नंबर 1, 3 and 5 ये वो चैप्टर्स है जो सबसे इजी है, सबसे कम एफर्ट्स देख के आप यहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा मार्क्स स्कोर कर सकते हो. सो इन टर्म्स ऑफ एफर्ट रिवॉर्ड रिलेशनशिप, आई फील दैट दिस आर द मोस्ट easiest chapters because you need to put hardly maybe 4 days, daily 4 hours, 16 hours will be sufficient for these 3 chapters thoroughly right from scratch. Not even revision, I'm saying right from scratch. 1 and 3 are purely theoretical, and chapter number 5 has got a part which is practical, let us say 30%, and even chapter number 5 is 70% theoretical. Once you are done with chapter number 1, 3 and 5, then you have to jump to chapter number 6. Now chapter number 6 is basically CPM and PERT. Now people might say that this is one of the most difficult chapter, but then trust me, if you are clear with the basic of networking diagram, this can be highly scoring. यहाँ पर आपको करना है CPM, network diagram, forward calculations, backward calculations, then you have to work on the float calculations. So it is highly calculative. Second is crashing. Now crashing is something that is very tricky. Means there are few people who might understand crashing very easily, or else you simply leave it in option. But technically I will say crashing should not be attempted at all in the exam because it is highly time consuming. Second, it is highly complicated, so chances to commit the errors are very high in the exam, and so even I as a student will not attempt crashing in the exam at the start. Maybe at the end when I have nothing to do, when I have no option but to solve crashing based problem, then I may go for crashing, but then I won't go it as the first preference. उसको मेरा हमेशा लास्ट प्रेफरेंस ही रहेगा. Next, then we have PERT. Now PERT is something that is you can say highly scoring in terms of marks because it takes very less time to solve the problem based on PERT. But then PERT has got a bit technical part of normal probability. So you should be very much clear with the basics of PERT, then only I will advise you to solve a problem based on PERT. The next chapter I am going to discuss is chapter number 7, based on maintenance planning and spare parts management. Now this is one chapter which will have hardly 10 to 15 problems. Means keeping in mind the additional problems I solve normally in the lectures, it won't have more than 20 problems. In these 20 problems, you can cover the whole chapter number 7, and thereby you can assure minimum 8 marks for you. In fact, I will prefer to do chapter number 7 before chapter number 6. Chapter number 6 CPM part is more technical. Chapter number 7 is more easy but a bit calculative. And why I kept chapter number 6 at the start and chapter number 7 later is for the simple reason that chapter number 7 is more calculative. And because it is more calculative, I feel that as a student you might commit more errors. The chances to commit the errors are very high. And I always prefer to attempt the problems where the chances to commit the errors are very low. Once you are done with 1, 3 and 5, we are done with 6 and 7. Now the only two chapters that are remaining is chapter number 2 and chapter number 4. Now the next I would like to jump on chapter number 2. Chapter number 2 has got all about material management, forecasting, demand forecasting and capacity planning. In this chapter, I will like to focus on problem based on correlation, regression, method of least square, टाइम सीरीज का मेथड है, मेथड ऑफ लीस्ट स्क्वायर एग्जाम में काफ़ी पॉपुलर है, and then problems based on capacity planning, and last problems based on material costing, something we have done in costing in your like to talk about chapter number 4. Now technically chapter number 4 is the most lengthy chapter in overall your operation management. This chapter has linear programming, it has assignment, it has transportation, it has sequencing, it has line balancing, it has got scheduling and it has got simulation. I will prefer to start with simulation and then assignment. Once I am done with simulation and assignment, then I will focus on transportation. After transportation, I will like to work on linear programming, formulation based problems. Confirm exam में 3 से 4 मार्क का एक प्रॉब्लम आ सकता है, and then I will focus on the remaining part. Sequencing is one of the easiest part, but then again because you as a student might commit lot of errors, I have kept it at the last. Assignment is the easiest one, simulation is the easiest one. Chances to commit the errors are very low in assignment and simulation, and chances to commit the errors are very high in case of, I can say, transportation Modi method. So just be very careful with this 4th unit and try to do it at the last, because you never know how much of this part will come in the exam. And why I kept chapter number 4 at the last, because this is one part which is highly time consuming. यहाँ पे आपका सबसे ज़्यादा टाइम कंज्यूम होता है बॉस, इसलिए इसको मैंने लास्ट में रखा. Then what else? What else I'll advise is that you should focus on your overall practice. Practice will make you perfect and it will improve your speed overall. So work on that aspect very clearly. Once that is done, I see no reason why you can't score 65 to 75 marks. That is our target. If you are not able to score 65 to 75, seriously feel that you are wasting this subject, because this is highly scoring. On an average, the marks scored by the student in this subject in the past who have passed under me is somewhere between 60 to 70 marks on an average. जितने भी स्टूडेंट मेरे अंडर पास होके गए हैं उन सब का मिला के अगर हम लोग एवरेज निकालेंगे तो 60 प्लस ही एवरेज आएगा. And if you don't trust me, you can always approach me in the comment section, where I can show you the mark sheet of all the students and how they have scored. Okay, now there will be a lot of questions regarding how much theory and how much practical. So technically it's 50-50, I will say, but then you can't be assured about how much practical and how much theoretical it will come in the exam. I'll still prefer to have a balanced approach and focus on both. In my next lecture, I'll talk about the theory questions that we need to cover up on operation management, and then I will jump on the SM, that is strategic management, the last part. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great time. Thank you.